During winter months, some people like to watch the scenes from Hoth and Empire Strikes Back. I prefer watching the scenes on Tatooine in A New Hope. It makes me feel cozy and warm during these cold winter months. And when I watch those scenes, one thing I think about is how I don't really feel like Hasbro has made the perfect Sandtrooper. They've tried many different things, but the Deco never is quite what I'm looking for. So today I have a tip for maybe not necessarily a no skill custom, maybe a skill level 1 or 2 custom of how to make an improved Sandtrooper. But first, let's take a look at some of the versions Hasbro's tried. We've got the dirty brown wash. Sometimes they've just given up and done nothing. We got various sprays. And then we have this kind of golden wash over the whole body here, which is my favorite, but still not quite what I think you see in the movie. And so here is what I came up with. This is just one, and I'm going to show you how to make some more yourself. So today I'm going to go over what figure you need, what accessories you need, because each Sandtrooper holds a different gun pretty much, and what paint you need, and how you can make this yourself. All this week on No Skill Customs. I'm going to focus on the Sandtroopers featured in the Land Speeder interrogation scene. Here you can see 6 different Sandtroopers, and I've numbered them so that you can keep track of who has which accessories and which dirt markings. So first off, you need to start with a base Stormtrooper to paint. Now that means you need to find one that's clean and white already, but can also accommodate the Sandtrooper backpack. So there's a few options, but my favorite is the one from the Tantive 4 Battle Pack, because he has the ammo packs on his belt. So now that we have the base Stormtrooper, let's start matching them up with their gear. Our first Stormtroopers, we have 3 with black pauldrons and attached ammo packets, and then we have 2 more with orange pauldrons, but only one has the attached ammo. Then we have one final one with a white pauldron. Then let's look at the backpacks. Only 5 of the 6 Stormtroopers or Sandtroopers in this scene have backpacks. 2 carry standard blasters. The Stormtroopers carry the MG-15 rifle, and the last 2 carry the LJ-9D concussion rifle. Now you might notice that there's some subtle differences to the backpacks. They're all mostly the same, but if you want to be super accurate, the Amazon exclusive Sandtrooper has the best one because it's got the blue pouch on the back. Now before I get into how to paint your Sandtrooper, I just want to show you reference images of each Sandtrooper that are featured in this scene. That way when you're adding the weathering, they don't all look the same. Because nothing bugs me more than when I buy an army builder like a Mimban Trooper, and I want to buy a bunch of them, and each one has the same exact distinctive weathering on it. It seems kind of strange. Sandtrooper number 1 has that standard Stormtrooper blaster rifle. You can get the one with the movable stock. It came with the Amazon Sandtrooper, or you can just get one of the standard ones which came with practically every Stormtrooper you could get. Sandtrooper number 2 has the black pauldron and the MG-15 blaster rifle. Stormtrooper number 3 has the white pauldron and also the MG-15 blaster rifle, and those came with the Sandtrooper on dewback. Stormtrooper number 4 has the Blastech LJ-90 concussion rifle. Came with various figures including the Comtech Stormtrooper. Stormtrooper number 5 actually switches his weapon depending on which shot you're looking at. Sometimes he's carrying the LJ-90 concussion rifle, and sometimes he has just a standard Stormtrooper blaster rifle, which he's swapping back and forth actually with Sandtrooper number 6. Sandtrooper number 5 happens to be the one that was not wearing a backpack. He also does not have an ammo pack attached to his pauldron, and his ammo pack on his belt is on his left, not his right. Alright, now that we've looked at all the references and figured out which figure you need, we're going to start painting. And all you really need actually is burnt umber. That's it. It's really, really, really dark brown and medium-sized paintbrush. Now here's the Stormtrooper I've numbered as number 5. He's the one who does not have an ammo pack on his shoulder, and he's wearing his other ammo pack on the other side of his body. He's wearing it on his left, everyone else has theirs on their right. So what I've done is I've just actually flipped his belt around, figuring that I can just kind of cover up that area with his hand and you can still see the ammo packs on the proper side for him. I don't know, I might change it, but that's my solution right now. Now he, based on my references, he's actually one of the dirtier Sandtroopers. I'm just going to go through and kind of show you how it's done real quickly. Okay, well, one of the advantages of painting this on your own that Hasbro can't really do is you can have some areas where you're dry brushing, you got barely any paint on your brush, and you can have some areas where you have a lot of paint on your brush and you can dab things off. Whereas Hasbro, they're pretty much, they got to do either special printing like you saw in the Mimbin Trooper where it's precise, like kind of Ben-Day dot pattern that's, you know, super microscopic, but then it ends up with the same exact pattern on every single Stormtrooper. Or they have to do a spray or they have to do a wash. And the problem is with the spray, the creases and the outer areas both get the same amount of dirt evenly. And then the problem with the wash is you only get dirt and grime on in the cracks and crevices. Whereas part of what makes the Stormtroopers look cool is they have, you know, some has gathered in the cracks and crevices of their outfits, but then some of it is right on the surface. So with this you can do both. So here I want it in the cracks of all this detail on his chest here. So I'm painting too much paint, and then I'm dabbing it off. I'm using my finger because I'm bad. You probably want to use a paper towel or something to wipe it off with. Okay, and that's the other thing. Their outfits are so shiny that the paint, while it's still wet, really just you can just wipe it right off very easily. Paint it on pretty liberally and then dab it off just a little bit where I want it to be a little bit cleaner. That's pretty much it. I'm just kind of looking for where I see dirt and areas that are blocked. You know, the references I have are, I felt like the best shots of these guys. So where I can't see, figure if I can't see an area in any of my references, I can just kind of make up how the dirt and grime should go there. And if you're not so confident, I mean, actually making things look dirty and grimy is one of my favorite things to do. If you look at my how to make the ultimate C-3PO in my Indiana Jones cargo truck, I really love doing this. And but if you're not so sure of yourself, find a Stormtrooper figure that's all beat up already, you know, one that's loose, heavily played with. Try out some of this on there. And really, this is a cool custom because by smearing it off and smudging it off, it looks like you get a couple different colors of grime, but it's really all just that burnt umber color. The general rule is, and this is how washes and dry brushing work, if you want paint in the cracks and crevices of some sort of three-dimensional object or figure, then you want your paint to be wet because it'll seep right down in there. If you want paint just on the surfaces, then you want it to be dry. So with this, we're kind of doing a little combination of both. Not exactly so wet that you would consider it a wash, though. I'm actually, when I want the paint wet, I'm actually just using, or when I want the paint in the crevices, I'm actually just using it right out of the canister, not watering it down at all. This thing I gotta do, I'm gonna pop off his head. Now remember, this guy's not wearing a backpack, so I don't have to worry about that, but he does have that orange pauldron on there. That on and weather that a little bit. I'm of course gonna weather the back, but I won't show you all that. Just gonna pop his gun in there, and there he is. He's all done. Okay, now I didn't mention this earlier, but Sandtrooper number 2 is missing this little canister on the bottom of his backpack. So you know me, I gotta be accurate. So I'm gonna chop that off. Makes for an interesting little variation in your setups. So here's all my Sandtroopers set up in my Finish a little diorama there. I guess I have to still fill it in with some more background characters, but that's the basic idea. I'll show you in a second how they all look side by side. And here they are side by side. And I've actually liked this technique so much I started doing something very similar with my droids. So here you can see comparison shot, clean one on the left obviously. Now there are a couple details I added. There's a couple green panels that Hasbro did not know to do. But for the most part the difference is I broke out that burnt umber and painted some dirt and grime on there. Here's another one. So let me know if you try this out on your own. Please remember to like and subscribe if you like that video, and I'll try to be creating more content as often as I can. I'm right now it's about 2 videos a month, but I'm trying to push it to once a week. So we'll see where that goes. And I've got a lot of other neat customs and every character in different situations videos coming up. A lot of stuff in the works. So I look forward to seeing you there. Bye.